You
That's
tell me when to start.
okay. Yes, ma'am.
You
That's
tell me when to start.
okay. Yes, ma'am. We alive.
You tell me. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for hopping on this Zoom training on how to sell 100 or more bottles or gallons, as we call it, in other countries a month. My name is Mama J, the lady who brought Drink2Shrink to South Africa from the US and to Africa. So I do appreciate your time. We're going to do the best we can, considering that there's a lot to cover in this one training. If I try to make it short, it's not going to cut it. If I try to compress it, it's not going to cut it. So bear with me if you don't have data, you want to get it. You want to increase your data because you need it. This, your life depends on it. Your Christmas depends on it. Having said that, we will quickly, as I look at those who are on here, we have South Africa here, we have Zimbabwe, and we have America. So you will be targeting customers in your country. And so let us begin. South Africa, if you're watching this as a replay, you're just going to do the same. Those of you who are live, if you're in South Africa, what you want to do is you go to Google and you dissect your country into the least region. So what you're going to do is South Africa, there are 9 provinces, if my geography is correct. You now make sure that you go to Google, you copy and paste the 9 provinces on your notepad or your notebook. And you do the same for Zimbabwe. I don't know if they're regions. I don't think they're provinces. Leadership, Cindy, do you have regions or do you have provinces?
We have provinces and we have districts.
All right, whatever it is, thank you so much. If this is regions and provinces and everything that you have, let me just give a typical example. South Africa provinces, you break provinces down into major cities into minor cities into suburbs, into townships, whatever the name it is that they call those regions in your countries. You now go to Google and you bring them out. So let's begin. Let's begin. You want to practically do it. This is not one of those trainings where you're listening. You're not listening. You're doing the work practically. So if you're in the US has 50 states. Those 50 states, I will say that it's too vast in this training to handle the entire United States of America. Leadership Palm is in Florida, where I am. So if I were you, Leadership Palm, I would just start with Florida. So the state of Florida has cities and has the state of Florida has cities. Yes, it has cities. I'm trying to see how to break that down. Cities will work. So you want to focus on Florida alone. And then let's go to Zimbabwe, break it down, and you get those answers from Google. Then you copy and paste and copy and paste. After that, we will do a Facebook ad. We will run a Facebook ad. We're going to run multiple ads. I don't know if everybody on here is ready for that. If you're not ready for that, I don't really know what else to say because that is where the money and the sales are coming from. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to give you time. Whoever finishes should just let us know. And if you're watching this as a replay, you also want to do the exercise and then continue with us in the next step. Any questions before I stop talking and allow you guys to do the work? Hello, leadership. Can you guys hear me? Oh my
Yes, we
God.
can hear you, Mama
Mama
J.
Jackie, we can hear you.
Mute. I was muted. Okay. All right. Any questions? I believe you have questions because sometimes I talk too fast.
Okay, so just to confirm, Mama J, what we are doing is, like say for Zim, I'm breaking down and I'm going to use Google to give me that info, to get the districts that I've got in Zimbabwe, and then after that the provinces, and then after that I break down with the cities and then the towns. Basically, that's what we are doing. Is that so?
Yes, please. And you're copying and pasting on a notepad because you're going to need that information when you are running the ad. So I'm going to drop South African map here in the WhatsApp chat room. Can you all are you guys able to see your WhatsApp, the Drink to Shrink cash flow WhatsApp chat room while you're on Zoom?
We can be going back and forth to it, but it means that maybe we might not be hearing what you're saying whilst we are on the WhatsApp group.
All right, that makes sense. So basically what I'm going to do is we have South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Florida here. I'm going to drop the maps in the WhatsApp cash flow chat room for you to see what exactly I'm trying to say in words. You're going to see that in picture. And so what we're trying to do here is to make sure that we capture our ad. Facebook ad captures every region of that country. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Mama Jackie.
Yes, makes
Thank you
sense
so
now.
much.
Absolutely, it makes sense.
All right, what we're going to do is because most of us are in Africa, we want to save on data. So I have put the maps in the WhatsApp chat room. We're going to get out of this Zoom and get all those different areas in our notebook. Once we're done, I think it's going to take us maybe 30 minutes. Then we're going to come back to part 2 of this training, how to sell 100 plus bottles of Drink2Shrink a month. This was part 1 for us to dissect our country, copy the regions, put on a notepad so that when we get on Facebook to run the ad, it will be
Sorry, you're
easy for
breaking.
us. Oh, I'm breaking? Can you all hear me?
Yes, Mama Jackie, we can hear you.
Okay. I was saying that we're going to end this session of the bootcamp, which is part 1, to save data, to take time to make sure that we capture every little province, region, city, sub-city, minor city, whatever they call it, everything that is on the map that has a name, that people in the region on the map in your country that has a name. We want to capture that. And then we'll come back in 30 minutes to do part 2. Is that okay?
Yes, that's okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We will come back in this same room, same link in 30 minutes. I will say we should come back at, in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mama Jackie.